subscribe to the channel. Delhi Capitals have just crushed the Sunrisers Hyderabad in the latest match of the IPL. For the second match in a row, Sunrisers have lost, and it was a one-sided victory for the Delhi Capitals. Batting first, the Sunrisers could manage only 163 runs, and that was mainly due to some very good bowling from Mitchell Starc and Kuldeep Yadav. Mitchell Starc last season played exceptionally for KKR, especially in the finals, when he dismissed both Travis Head and Abhishek Sharma with two outstanding deliveries. So, Mitchell Starc has always had the better of Travis Head in domestic competitions and in the IPL. So it was a good matchup, and whenever the two teams faced, the whole talk was all about that first spell of Starc and how Travis Head and Abhishek Sharma handles that. And Sunrisers Hyderabad got off to the worst possible start when Abhishek Sharma was run out in the very first over. A bad misunderstanding between him and Head. And then it was Mitchell Starc. He dismissed Ishan Kishan, the centurion of the last game, and then he once again dismissed Travis Head. Head simply doesn't have any plans against Starc. This time, though, he hit him for a few boundaries, but that's probably the eighth time that Travis Head has been dismissed by Mitchell Starc in domestic competitions and in T20 internationals as well. And he hardly scores runs against him. Head has a genuine weakness against left-arm seamers. And Starc, who is in very good form, once again got the better of him. Sunrisers Hyderabad have such a powerful batting lineup. They always go for the bowling very great up front. But one problem is that is if they lose early wickets, they don't have the batters to actually rein in that aggression and bat deep. Today, young Aniket Sharma played a spectacular innings. Sunrisers were 25 for 3 and in a huge spot of bother when he actually rescued them along with Heinrich Klaassen. And the pair put on a quick fire of 24 deliveries. That was the way of coming back into the game. But unfortunately for the Sunrisers, once again it was Kuldeep Yadav who put the brakes on them in the middle of the innings, where he picked up 3 quick wickets. And Aniket Sharma was caught in the deep by Fraser McGurk, a fantastic catch in the boundary. And Starc came back in the last over of his spell and picked up a couple of more wickets. He picked up 5 wickets for 35 runs, his first fifer in the IPL, and what a time to get it. And that kind of broke the back for the Sunrisers Hyderabad. And it was never going to be a difficult task with the kind of batting that Delhi Capitals have. And both the openers, led by Faf du Plessis, got the innings off to a cracking start. Who would say that Faf du Plessis is 40 years old? The way he was striking the ball up front would put even young batters to shame. Faf could have easily played a couple of more years for South Africa. He's a far better player than Temba Bavuma, the current captain, and he has been retired for nearly 5 years. It's one of the big problems in South African cricket that Faf du Plessis, the former captain, and now how many times he plays in the IPL, he plays in spectacular form. He could have easily played in the T20 World Cup as well. And Faf is genuinely fit. He is not an unfit cricketer, and he still backs a punch. And young Fraser McGurk, the new up-and-coming star from Australia, he actually brutalized the Sunrisers attack. And Pat Cummins hasn't been impressive in the IPL thus far. Pat Cummins is a great test bowler, but his bowling in the limited over format, especially in T20 cricket, is certainly not up to the mark. He has not had a great IPL till date. He has good spells, but it's not enough to be considered a match winning one. And once again, when the pressure was on, Cummins actually disappeared. And Delhi Capitals didn't slow down. They were 96 for 2 after 10 overs, and the game was more or less done and dusted. And even KL Rahul, who usually takes his time to get started, smashed a 90-meter six on the second ball he faced. He got out for 15 of 5 deliveries, but the intent was clear: go for the bowling and not allow them to settle. It's once again a dominant victory for the Delhi Capitals that would hold them in good stead for the rest of the tournament. And the Sunrisers Hyderabad have some soul searching to do. It's the second straight loss and a dominant one as well. After the 286 runs in the first match, everyone was very excited about the batting capabilities of the Sunrisers Hyderabad. When you have Travis Head, when you have Heinrich Klaasen in your lineup and Abhishek Sharma as well, you are bound to be excited. But they need to click. If they do not score runs up front, you are in a world of trouble. And that's what is happening with them right now. They are not being able to bat for the full 20 overs and score that amount, that many runs. In the last game as well, against the LSG, they were they lost the match with 4 overs to go, and even this one as well. So their bowling is not coping with the kind of batsmanship that is on display. So Sunrisers Hyderabad, every time they get into bat, they have to score big. Otherwise, their bowling won't help them. Their bowlers, even Pat Cummins, is not in completely good form right now. He's not picking up wickets up front. And this is a ruthless game, this T20 cricket. If you don't pick up wickets early in the innings, you are going to disappear. And at the present moment, the Sunrisers Hyderabad bowling is disappearing to all parts of the ground. It's a dominant win for Delhi Capitals. Akshar Patel will be extremely happy with his team. Even though he didn't have the best of times with the ball today, he disappeared for 10 runs and over 43 of his 4 overs. But his rest of the bowling unit, especially Mitchell Starc, bowled brilliantly. A word on Mitchell Starc: how could the KKR actually trade him after such a phenomenal final last year is beyond belief. And he is ripping the KKR right now. Every performance that he gives is a clear shout out to those KKR management who actually let him go. In the second match, he picked up 5 wickets for 35 runs. He's still clearly a force with the ball. Yes, he might go for a couple of runs, but he is a wicket taker, a genuine wicket taker. Every time he will give that actually, let him give away 35 runs and pick up 4 to 5 wickets. He will give that. In T20 cricket, it's nothing. So Starc dismissed Head, the main batsman. If Head was there, he could have actually scored a couple of more runs and made it a competitive match. But against Starc, Travis Head has had no answers. And Heinrich Klaasen too hasn't been in the best of nicks in crucial games. He did play a couple of good innings in the Champions Trophy, but in the knockout stages when it mattered, he didn't score runs. And once again, in the IPL, Klaasen is yet to put on a spectacular performance. Yes, it's the early stages still. There are still plenty of matches to go, plenty of time for players like Klaasen to turn it around. But when you are as destructive as Heinrich Klaasen is against the spin bowling, you would hope for some more consistent performances from his side. Today he was looking good, but those quick fire 30s or 20s won't do any good to the team. You have to score bigger runs, maybe a 60 or a 70, to actually take the game away from the opposition. This has been one of the problems with Klaasen and South African cricket. They threaten to deceive in every tournament, but They always falter at the most important moment. Klaassen, Miller, Markram, they're all good players. But in the knockout stages, they always falter. Heinrich Klaassen in the Champions Trophy played a very poor shot of Mitchell Santner to get out. And David Miller was left all alone while chasing a total of 350. And in the end, they only lost by 40 runs. So Klaassen has to score runs, not those quick fire 30s and 40s. He has to go big for whichever team he plays. And young Aniket Sharma is a star. In the auction, he went for only 30 lakhs. And today, he scored a quick fire 74 of 41 runs. His knock was the main reason why Sunrisers Hyderabad got to 163. Because at one point of time, it was looking that they wouldn't get anywhere close to that because of the kind of bowling that was going on in the middle. And Kuldeep Yadav also bowled very well. Kuldeep has been guilty of bowling a couple of looseners in the T20 format, but this time around he actually bowled well and picked up wickets in the middle. Again, Kuldeep too is a wicket-taking bowler. He might go for runs, but he's a wrist spinner, and wrist spinners always pick up wickets. And Kuldeep Yadav, on his day, can win you matches. And today, he won the match. He broke the match for the SRH because those wickets down the middle meant that the momentum for the Sunrisers Hyderabad actually stopped. And then you have Mitchell Starc who cleaned up the tail with his fast bowling. And with this victory, the Delhi Capitals would be romping through to the upper half of the table, while Sunrisers Hyderabad are looking down in the table. There were a couple of adjustments to make, especially in their bowling lineup. And also someone has to tell them there are plenty of batting, but at least someone has to hold the wicket and not go for the bowling right away. Maybe a Ishan Kishan can do that. Today again, just too early in his innings to play a shot like that and get out. He has to hold his position in the wicket for a couple of overs at least and let the others do the hitting. They're full of stroke players. Everyone is going for the attack. No one is playing the holding innings. The innings like Kohli does for India or Joe Root does for England. You have to have players in the middle who can actually hold their position and not go for the bowling. Let the other players go for the bowling. You rotate the strike and you hold your position. At the moment, SRH do not have a player in their lineup who can do that. And that is the main reason why in crunch games like this, they are losing. Because those quick fire 20s and 30s are good. But if the player bats through till the end of the 20 overs, they can get a huge total like they did in the first game. And not every wicket is going to be as good as the wicket that they had in the first game. Not every match is going to be as high scoring. You should be prepared for the 170s and the 180s as well. They have got a devastating batting lineup. They need to fix a couple of issues in their mentality and in their bowling side as well. Pat Cummins needs to find form and needs to lead from the front if the Sunrisers Hyderabad are to come back into the tournament and be a title contender. They have a good team, but they are not ready to click. They haven't clicked yet. Maybe they will click in the later half of the tournament if they can adjust a couple of more things. Let me know in the comment section what you feel. And if you like the content, please like, share and subscribe to the channel.